Waving hello, as we take in the scenic beauty of Majula. This view is actually really, really nice. Don't you dare. Yeah, I'm gonna rate that. Um, Actually, there is a massive weapons we start with. A short sword on our left hand, a small straight sword, longer than a dagger, but still lightweight. Widely used as it requires no particular strength. Reasonable choice, that will suffice in many situations, but not the thing to take along if you expect to face any serious challenge. Small curved sword with a narrow blade, the rapid slashing of the lightweight scimitar hardly allows the victim to catch a breath. Has a sharp blade, but is rather ineffective against armor and hard skin. Leather whip that has seen plenty of use, it appears no different than an ordinary whip, but is charmed by an ancient blessing that boosts damage inflicted on hollows. The blessing is likely the work of a cleric, but whether the spell is good or evil is unclear. Standard dagger has only a modest attack and a short reach, but can be jabbed in rapid succession. Powerful critical attack, this is a potent weapon in the hands of the capable. Yeah, the whip has pretty decent damage if you can work your way up to using it, but it breaks pretty quickly from what I remember. Effigies. Wormsoft Shadow-like effigy. Use this item to reverse hollowing. Also weakens the links to other worlds, preventing invasions and most cooperation. Appear closely at an effigy and one begins to perceive a human form, but whose form it takes depends on the person looking. Life gems. Small stone made up of crystallized souls gradually restores a small amount of HP. Often found near abandoned corpses as if it were what remains of the soul. The dull glimmer of these mysterious stones brightens with the passage of time. A rare stone with so brilliant a shape, a shine would fetch a handsome price, but what value could it really have without knowing who died to leave it behind? Amber herbs, an annual herb with an amber color so deep it gives the impression of luminescence, restores a small number of spell uses. There's a mistaken belief of many that the flowers of the herb do not blossom. However, small white flowers do blossom during dusk when the moon is visible. Poison moss, a faintly poisonous clump of moss when ingested counteracts poison and cleanses one's insides. If enough poison builds up in your body to break out and cause poisoning, your HP will start to decrease. If you wish to stay alive, you would do well to keep a supply close at hand. The dark side is basically the cause of the curse. It induces death, returning the player to the last bonfire rested at the cost of all souls held. Do what you must to gather the pieces, scraping them into some semblance of a whole before the will to do so fades. Rare pine resin with a gold glint applies lightning to right-hand weapon. The affected weapon inflicts lightning damage for a short time, particularly effective against foes who are resistant to magic and fire. Soul of a lost undead who is long ago gone hollow, used to acquire souls. Soul is a source of all life, and even in undeath or hollowing, the mind seeks souls. Soul of a nameless soldier who is long ago gone hollow. Used to acquire souls. The soul is a source of all life, blah blah. Same thing. Beat the master of the world, you have advantage to acquire a token of spite. The residual sins of those who have succumbed to dark temptations are contained in the form of the cracked red-eye orb. Symbol of farewells that has been passed down since time immemorial. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes or sends you back to yours. Whether ending in hope or despair, encounters are valuable experiences. Beware of fickle use of this item. You'll be punished for fleeing from other worlds by connecting unjustly. However, this charm will disperse the ire directed at you. But sins are not easily buried. There's no telling if you'll be let off so easily next time. Each encounter in life is a precious turn of fate, and fate will not be cheated. Oh. It reverses the game's punishment for disconnecting. Oh. Imported hood, have hood that fully covers the face. Provides protection from the elements and little more. Cursed souls who wander the lands have a strange way of ending up here, as if drawn from afar by some force. Imported trousers won't provide much in the way of protection. Boots for the roving type, light sturdy leather made for long journeys. Coat for the roving type, light sturdy leather made for long journeys. And wanderer hood. So now we've been stationary for about 5 minutes. Yeah, we just need to try to make note of new items and Divine Blessing is new. Holy water endowed with a divine blessing cures status ailment, effects, and fully restores HP. Water blessed by an ancient goddess, her name is long forgotten, but the Magic Academy of Melphia denies even her existence. In any age, there are those who refuse to see reasoning. It is their meddling that distorts the truth. Weakness fatty. That was kind of funny.
Have you business with me? The way yonder is all blocked up, you see, by this god-awful statue. Heavens above! Who thought it a good idea to put it there? Oof, I'm in quite the pickle now.
Life gem and homeward bow, and I keep hitting options. Homeward bones are new. White ash and bone return to the last bonfire rested at. Bonfires burn on the bones of undead, and this bone, belonging to one whose journey was cut short, has the power to travel to bonfires, as if it yearns to resume its futile quest. Let's talk to...
See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive. It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts. Hey, you don't think a real live person was turned to stone to you. See that statue? Ah, hey.
I think that is exactly what happened. Um, we gotta be careful because I think these guys actually. Yeah, they're quite difficult to kill. Lloyd's Talisman, another new item. Talisman used by cleric knights blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. It is said that the cleric knights use these talisman to hunt down accursed undead. Cleric knights fight with pride, and by blocking the recovery of the undead, they can also fight with impunity. We're just mindlessly hacking away. Hey, Justas, how you doing? Yeah, that's as far as we're going to be able to go for now. Nothing to do but churn around and head back. Oh, that lighting effect. Doing good, just playing Neo. That's how you pronounce it, right? I messed around with that a little bit, but I never was able to really get anywhere. I guess I was starting to get going on it, and then I just haven't got back to it. No spells. Human effigy, and you start with the item box in this game.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse, I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
Oh, snap.
Go on and see the king. He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
You may level up by the power of Emerald Herald, I would guess. I believe that's what that said. I just wasn't.
Bearer of the curse, seek misery. For misery will lead you to greater, stronger souls. You will never meet the king with a soul so frail and pallid. Seek those whose names are unutterable. The four endowed with immense souls. Their souls will serve as beacons. Once you have found them, return here to me, so that hope will not fade away.
I've played a little bit. I think up to where you actually get to start really leveling up.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
Alright, now we have finally have the option to level up, and the cost is much too high. So we actually can't level up.
Over the hill and past the forest is the king's castle, where a man peered straight into the essence of the soul. But whatever came of it?
Did you ever play Neo? Yeah. I mean, like I said, a little bit. Do you know a boss, White's Tiger?
Those who come to Dranglake seeking salvation soon lose hope and turn hollow. It happens to them all, sooner or later. That blue knight at the base of the tower, his spirit is already broken.
That tower right there.
Although he does offer sound advice. Perhaps he is a foreshadowing of your own future.
Never. Do you know a boss, White Tiger? There actually, I think there is one in this game.
That tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day. The sign you bear will drain your very souls. And without souls, you will turn hollow. Stay strong. Do not lose hope. Even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never truly dead, but only one step closer to hollowing. Not all undead are hollows, but all hollows were once undead.
Oh, there's a White Tiger fight in Neo as well.
If you find an Estus shard, bring it to me.
I haven't got that
So
far
that
in
I
Neo.
may ease your burden. Over the hill and past the where a man, but whatever. Those who come to Drang, it happens to them. That blue knight at the, although he does, perhaps he, that tiny thing inside the ruins. An ancient being that she imparts, provided you.
I think she's talking about the cat. I think. That one seems vague. But there's only 2 characters here right now. Actually, there are 3. I think. Yeah, we need to. I would say that we don't even bother with that gem. At least for now. Oh yeah, the blacksmith's here too. I've played before. Although there is a lot in this game, so I've probably scratched off maybe a little bit of the surface. Consumed all the content, but have not really absorbed the lore. I would say. Oh, let's. They would tuck an item somewhere in there. Yeah, when you mentioned a White Tiger, I thought you were talking about this game, but they're apparently... The letters are worn beyond recognition. But there is a White Tiger boss in this game, too. It's called the King's Pet. 293,681,900 deaths worldwide. Oh yeah, I've played all the games. All the Souls games.
You're undead, aren't you?
It's even
You
the
have
same
that
voice actor,
distinct
isn't it?
scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that. I am Solden. And like you, I lost everything. And now I'm here. You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you, me, or anybody. Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one.
Supposedly has one.
What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now. Like I have.
What's harder, Dark Souls or Neo? Probably had a harder time making progress than the original Dark Souls.
Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
Yeah, my problem with Neo isn't that I can't progress, it's just that I haven't really gotten into it like I have Dark Souls. Might as well join this covenant. And get ourselves a blue seal.
That is a wise decision. People are weak, but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the Sentinels cradle you in their embrace. Do you feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some time.
Enter covenant, learn gesture, welcome. Well, of course. You already belong to this covenant.
Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants.
That way right down there.
There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey.
I think you
but
sold
don't
him.
venture too far inside, or you might not come back. Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate. In the cathedral,
Can't really see
the
it from
Apostles
here.
of Blue gather. But the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know.
Yeah, and Dark Souls isn't really that hard either. I mean, in terms of it being like famously difficult, it's more about learning how to defeat things.
Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth?
We'll have a better look at that here in a minute.
I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort. The flame you see there is a bonfire. They exist all across the land, beacons to we undead. If you are tired, try resting beside the flame. The flame heals us. Long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. I wonder where the firekeepers went.
I think they're extinct now in this game.
Did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds. In Drang Lake, the flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn. Poignant wishes, dashed dreams. The messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. Somebody out there is sure to listen. You may notice these are, if you fear hollows, find summon signatures.
I thought he was
to
saying
call
the same
upon
thing, but he's
spirits
talking
there.
about summons this time.
Do you see the way beyond? There was, you may, but don't.
We can loop back to that, I
Hade's
think.
in the, but the gate, but have it. Have you seen? The flame you see things. If you are the flame, long ago she kept. I wonder where. Did you notice any these poignant? If your will,
There we
you
go.
may notice symbols that appear upon the ground. These are summon signatures. They call upon spirits from other worlds through the schisms in time. If you fear hollows, find summon signatures to call upon spirits to help you. May you find peace on your journey.
And he's run out of things to say. I'm curious. Oh, I don't think we'd have 1.5 max. I think dual wielding does stronger attacks. we're definitely going to explore that aspect. But it's going to be a while before we actually get strong enough. So yeah. Chest ahead, try ring.
Who are you? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant. But now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tools. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
Chop chop.
I'm a blacksmith.
So yeah, we... Oh no, we can't get in the door. How about through this big hole here in the window? Can't you get in through here? Yeah, I mean we can't, but you should be able to. Just on the way the whole thing's laid out, it's just silly. Yeah. Hold on a second. I just had to step out for a minute. It should be a pretty seamless... Pick something up now, but I... And now I'm like, what did I pick up? It must have been something I already had. Because I don't see anything new. I think it might have been like a life gem. Yeah, there are life gems, so that would make... That's what happens when you step out for a quick minute or two. You forget what you... Nice tree roots hanging over the side. Five more homeward bones. This will set you on an arduous path. Okay to join this covenant. Champion's tablet. I thought that popped a trophy, but I guess I already... did it in a previous playthrough, joined it. I've never actually spent any time in it. But from what I understand, it can be a decent way to
Life is...
to farm, because the enemies endlessly
May you
respawn.
find peace on your journey.
Anyway, we're moving on. Moving on up. Moving on up.
Hello there. Welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin, and I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
He offers up some pretty decent stuff.
I came from the west, from Volgan. Have you been there? It's a lively place, vibrant with trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here? Oh. Well, I do hope I see you again.
Don't you dare. Mogul in the armor. Hmm. Just reading about our buddy Mullen. Yeah. So this chest resets when you bonfire aesthetic. You get better equipment each time. Blue seal. Ring of the Way of Blue Covenant increases HP slightly. The Way of the Blue is not a developed religion. It's a humble prayer that's spread naturally amongst those seeking help. When apostles of the Blue are invaded by dark spirits, they can receive assistance from masters of other worlds. No, it does. So 142. So it looks like we get 22 points of health. Alright. So here is the giant hole. I don't think you can actually survive the fall right now as it is. Can't get in here either. Need that sweet, sweet item. Estus Flash Shard. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yay. That is way better. Don't get killed by those punks. Yep, the journey is perilous and starts. And none of them drop anything. Try sorcery. Ghost. Fatty. Not really worth it. Oh look, it's a kidda. Oh, I'm breaking your stuff. What are you going to do about it? Alright, let's talk to you.
Oh, undead are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. Enchanté. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
You can use Shalaqueer to abandon covenants, and she keeps track of your covenant ranks. Also, get access to these various rings. Homeward Bones, Prism Stones, Alluring Skulls, Lloyd's Talismans. Skull of Unknown Ownership, smashing it releases traces of souls which attract nearby foes. Does not work on all enemies, but can prove useful in unexpected ways. Slightly warm rock emits a beautiful phasing aura of 7 colors with a very rare 8th. Prism Stone does nothing special, but if you feel you may lose your way, it can serve as a path marker. Modest but inexplicably disturbing ring absorbs HP from each enemy defeated. Peer too closely at the rare stone that forms the eye of the ring, and things that writhe and stir may come into focus. Silver ring depicting a leaping feline reduces damage from falling. Legend has it that when cats grow old, a force brews within them and they are reborn as something new. Pierce ring depicting a demon eye becomes easier to be detected by enemies. If it is tranquility that you seek, then you should never have left your home. If you seek strife, then fair enough, but no need to overdo it. Special ring that can be engraved with the name of a god becomes easier to connect to worlds of players who choose the same god. There are countless vestiges of long-lost gods in the ruins of Drangleic, or perhaps they are the very same gods as ours, only known by different names. Ring worn by Roy the Explorer, hear the inner voices of surrounding foes. Useful for locating hidden enemies and perhaps a few other things as well.
This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste away so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful? This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old ones? Those four who have grown so incredibly ancient. They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake, no one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself. For you have a most pleasant scent. It grows nicer with each passing day. Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything. The only thing he's good for now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say. You give something to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know? Did you see that oddly formed rock behind here? Long ago they called it Victor's Stone, as I recall. If you wish to face greater challenges, speak to the rock. Although, you'd just as well not. This place is already dead. Everything will crumble. Isn't it what? This place is... It's enough to keep... Nothing suited you up. Well, that's dismaying.
Alright, that basically covers it. I'm actually not interested in going to the High Tower of Flame just yet, but penetrating in just a little bit might allow us to grab a few more items. Because I don't think we actually face any enemies until we get into the area itself. Yeah. And we actually get a shield from the looks of it. The Crimson Parma. I always do that. It's just going to take getting standard wooden Parma, fancy name, and nifty paint are surely a merchant's efforts to make this ordinary shield more attractive. I don't really see a reason to wield it. Soul of a lost undead and a broken thief sword. Yep. So we're gonna go no further. But in order to go back now, we have to pull the mechanism. Yee. Yeah, you know what? Actually, we will, don't attack him. I'm just activating the bonfire because teleporting back's a little bit quicker. Gives us a little preview of the next area as well.
Is that a shard you found? Here, let me see it, so that I may help you. To see light, to see hope, however faint it might be.
And you do that by upgrading Estus flasks. Give her the shards, and you get another Estus flask. A green glass bottle of unknown make filled with Estus at a bonfire and drink from it to restore HP. The nature of the link between the Estus flask and the bonfires that illuminate the world of the undead is entirely unknown, but that is of little concern, for any undead knows the value of these precious flasks. Champions tablet, we acquired that. Show the names of the greatest victors of the Company of Champions Covenant. This tablet, chosen from the Victor Stone, is engraved with the names of brave warriors who have offered the most astos of their epitaphs, honoring their lives. Oops. I think you can simply just use it, and then it will show you. Yeah, and then we're sitting there having offered 0. One more thing we picked up. Broken Thief Sword. Broken Straight Sword handled as a dagger due to its length. The sword is terribly worn, but nevertheless a favorite among thieves. Alright. Be wary of chest, and then be wary of monster. Rusted coin. Old rusted coin. Crushing the coin temporarily boosts luck. The rusted coin gives you that little extra bit of luck, making items and the like easier to find. The coin is engraved with the image of a god that was worshipped in ancient times, but no one knows its true origins. People are dying in here, but I don't rightly know why. That gate, I think, is just there for show. Alright, and then you pull the lever, and I'm sure that reopens the door. I think you can make that jump, but we don't really need to. Oh. You can just come the back way here and... Whoa! Didn't expect that. Alright, we are now in the new area.